Welcome, welcome. Hello out there. It's Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. And this is our favorite show, the Wisdom Chat for the Curious. We come on at 7 p.m. Central Time. And now it's daylight time. But anyway, we won't talk about that. Anyway, 7 p.m. Central Time. And we love what we do. This is one of the most fun things that I have done. My co-host there at the top is Marion LaSalle, our co-host. And then we have our guest co-host, Tamara White. Say hello, Tamara.
Hello, everybody. Good to meet you.
Oh, we love you. We're so glad to have you. We've,
Thank you.
we've heard such good things about what you do. We've got a wonderful topic today, and it's called Living with Courage. Doesn't that sound fun?
Yes, yes.
And we do have a little puppy dog in the background that is growling a little bit. Just ignore her. She wants to be in the picture. Anyway, I'll let you take it from there, Marion. What do you think?
Okay, so yes, the puppy dog is not growling. She is huffing and puffing. She likes to huff and puff to tell me she's disappointed. That's all right. She's playing now.
Yeah.
So today was a fabulous day, and I woke up, jumped out of bed, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. All good stuff though, no bad dips. All really good dips. Maybe going higher. It's been awesome. So we, of course, have a daily show, and the daily show is all about resetting your life for success, because we tend to forget. We have goals for ourselves and things like that, and we forget. So we're definitely reminding ourselves every day, and it's really helping. Tonight's show, Wisdom Chats for the Curious, is all about the curiosity that we have around living this life. And let's face it, there's lots to be curious about. Every day you can go, really? Did you just say that? Or really? All the toilet paper's gone? Why?
Yeah.
There's just so much to be curious about. And today we're curious about being courageous, living without so much fear, living a courageous life, and what that means, what that can mean for us moving forward, what that can mean for our business, our personal life. And I'm excited to talk with Tamara about it, because not only do we like the topic that you picked, but I also got to hear her live in person today at Unity of Houston for the Spiritual Business Zone. She was our speaker today. And when I tell you, every single person there was perked up and listening to every word that you had to say, I mean it. It was fantastic. We all loved everything you had to say. So I'm excited to be able to share that out to people who weren't there this morning.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. We love it when folks can get up and talk in front of crowds. So many of us don't like to do that. And we love it when they do, and when they love to be on the camera, because it's fun. A lot of people think, oh, I'm too shy. Well, heck, I used to be shy, but I'm not anymore. I got that in a long time ago. But
I've never known you to be shy, Lady Lou, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I was at one time. But we're excited to hear what you have to offer, Tamara. So what is your first thing that you like to tell folks about getting the courage that we need to live our lives, I'm sure?
Well, there's a lot of factors that go into that, and thank you both for having me on the show today. I'm just really thrilled and excited. We have to really get down to really knowing ourselves, knowing our purpose, knowing that, what we were put on this earth for. And when we can live our life out loud and live our purpose, we can learn how to move past our fears and live beyond our circumstances. And that is more easily said than done, because I know that there are many challenges out there. In my 30 plus years of serving people, I have worked in some tremendous situations with the public and veterans, and abusive situations, violence, you name it, because I am a licensed counselor and a certified life coach. And so in my time of working, I've seen so many things, and fear is one of the things that drives us. It is a natural condition. It's natural for us to have fear, but when we're facing and dealing with fear on an ongoing day-to-day issues and day-to-day problems that come up, and we don't know how to get out of it and don't know how to balance ourselves, that becomes a long life problem. We just have to really get back to the basics and figure out what's going on in our lives.
Oh, that's beautiful. And the one word that you said out of all that hits me is the word balance.
Mm-hmm.
And folks don't understand that balance is how we really want to live our lives. And as Marion was talking about the peaks and the valleys, we want to keep our valleys minor and our peaks minor so that we have even keel, if you will.
Yes.
And it's all about balance.
Yes, yes, yes. Balance is something that some people don't really like that word. And that can be a word that we just have to kind of play with, like tossing a ball. You know, today I'm balanced and tomorrow I'm not. I just want people to get back to the centrality of who they are. When you really get back to that, you can bring that balance back. You can live the life that you want. You can live the life that you love. Balance is, everybody's definition could look different, but balance to me might be different, Mary Lou, than it does to you. And then it could be different, for Marion. So balance is something we need to strive for. We can't have too much of any one thing, because the human being can't take it. We cannot take just all or none. We've got to have a balance.
Yes, in play, in relationships, in work, in life.
Yes.
It's just one of the biggest things we can strive for.
Yes, yes.
One of the things
absolutely.
that I think is so important to everyone that I know, now this might not be for everybody. I'm not a psychologist. I know you have that background, Tamara, so you could probably, clear this up.
Mm-hmm.
But fear is so, it stops you from doing the most amazing things that you could accomplish. Fear. And I heard it today in our group. I heard someone say, oh, but I don't, oh, yeah, I want this, but I'm not I don't know. And I saw the fear of what that meant for her. I could feel it. I could feel the fear. And so a lot of times we don't go after our dreams because we're afraid of what that might mean. Whether it might mean more work, or it might mean less time with their family, or it might mean, believe it or not, a spouse that's jealous. I mean, there's so many fears out there that stop us.
Yes.
What's the number one fear that you run across with your clients, Tamara?
Fear of moving forward.
Ooh.
Just fear of making a decision and fear of moving forward.
And why do you think that is? What is it that they're fearful of?
Because they're looking at the past rather than moving forward. What will happen if I do this? What will happen? Rather than saying, what will happen if I don't? What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I finally stand up for myself and make the decision I need to make? Well, whatever that is, we as humans get in our own way. We just sabotage our own selves, and we don't live the life that we need to live. We're not living the fulfilled life that we should live. And in today's world, women, all of us can have anything we want. It's not the 1900s and things of that nature. This is 2020. Get after it, know it, and go get it. Stop the madness and go get it.
It was funny today when Tamara was doing her presentation. We were talking about what we did in January, how we set our goals for the year. And then somebody mentioned that it's the middle of March already. And it's like, have you even touched your goal? Did you forget what your goal was?
Right.
January, February. It's only been 3 months. I mean, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we finished our first quarter. We're into the first quarter of the year, and folks still haven't gotten off the horse yet. They haven't made that first baby step. Just like a baby, you're in the arms. It's time to start crawling and walking, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, the first quarter. What did you say that you were going to do in January? Are you letting yourself down because of the fear that and the fear and the doubts that pop up. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we aren't human, because these things are part of being a person, but we've got to take a stand. We've got to learn how to show up in our lives and live our genius, because I need both of you ladies to show up. I need you. I need you in the world to give me what I need, and you need what I have.
Thank
So
you.
we've got to be able to serve the world with what we have been born to do, and know your gifting and get after it. Just
Hey,
get after it.
we have a comment in the section over here. Sandra Stewart says, "Thank you, Tamara, for that. Fear has paralyzed me. I'm so ready for courage." Oh, I couldn't thank you enough for saying that, Sandra. We are ready, but we don't know what to do. So you have to guide us, Tamara. You have to. How
Yes.
do we get over that fear? How do we get over that hump of feeling that fear? Because that fear is it's almost like a thing. It's alive, and
It's
we feel it.
alive. It is alive. And so, lots of steps. When I work with clients, I have what I call the courageous woman effect. And I take people through different steps to figure out kind of where they are. And some of that is just identifying, what that fear is. You know, let's just finally find out what it is that's stopping you from living a fulfilled life. I'm just so passionate that people live their truth. I told my story earlier today, and my husband may log in, but my story, the last story, was living my truth by sharing with my husband that his industry was not my industry, that I was dying like a leaf on the vine. And I had to get back to who I was, and having that conversation. And that's part of some of the things I tell people, is have that difficult conversation that you may have to have with loved ones, to know that, hey, this is where I'm going now. I used to be this, I'm going to be doing that. There was a story that my mother told me one time, and she was working in a hospital setting, and she worked with a woman who was a social worker. And the woman said to her, I've always loved law. She left her social worker degree job, went to law school, and became a lawyer. And you would think, my gosh, she's got this great job, a social worker in the hospital, but that's not what lit her up. She wanted to practice law. Oh. And she's got a fledgling career out east because she took a stand and moved forward. You just have to take a stand.
Well, that was a big step.
That was a big step.
Oh, huge. Because
and she had a family.
Yeah, she had a big job to get to.
Yes.
Because that's not an easy course.
No.
My sister tried it, and she wanted to be in the law. She's a professional. Oh, I don't know. She works for school districts in the personnel office. She's got degrees, but she was thinking about going for her law degree, but it just didn't work, because it is very challenging. And she's a straight A type student, never cracked the book, still straight A. Certain people can make it, and it's their life, their whole life. So I'm proud of her. She did good.
Yeah, she did exceptionally well. I know the journey because my daughter-in-law is in law school right now, and challenges with the baby, having the child and the hubby and all that. And so you watch that, and all those things are just courageous moves. And I'm here to hold people by the hand. That's what I do as a coach and as a counselor. Hold people by the hand, make them accountable for the things they say that they want to do. But you've got to do the work. I mean, if you don't do the work, if you don't show up, then nothing's going to happen. You're going to get the definition of an insanity. We're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Ooh, a lot of us do that. And it gets old after a while, because nothing ever happens.
Yes, I know. And I teach what I've learned myself. I'm teaching out of my own soul and my own spirit, Lady Lou. That's just kind of where it has evolved to. I didn't wake up saying I was going to be strong and courageous. And there are days that I'm not.
Sure.
But I get in the mirror, or I get in my corner with my prayer and meditation, and I work it out.
Exactly. It's one of those things. All we have to do is ask for help.
That's right.
Yeah. It's huge. Just ask.
Just ask.
And
That's all people have to do is ask.
has anyone ever asked you for anything and you just thought, oh, I can do that? How wonderful. I'm so thankful you've asked me. Here, let's do it this way or whatever. People love to help.
Yes. Yes. People love to help.
Marion's a big helper. She just, oh, that's her pride and joy to be able to help folks, especially with technology. And I love that. But she's a helper in her whole life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I noticed that. I met her, officially today, and I saw it all over her. And I love being around people like that when they are in their zone of genius and moving and shaking it and making it happen and pulling people together. I was just fascinated by watching her and listening to the things that she shared today.
I thought it was interesting because you tapped into that. You said, because I usually let everybody go around and say what they are, who they are, what kind of business they have. And she said that as people were saying what they were, passionate about, she could see them light up.
Yes.
So you can tell if somebody's unclear, if they're fearful, if they're not sure, they're just, they haven't made a decision yet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell because it's true. If they're really enjoying what they're doing, then they are just lighting up. Now I can feel myself light up too. When people ask me, what do you do or what are you up to now? Man, I'll talk for 2 days. You got to shut me up. I'm just so excited about it.
Yes.
And I catch myself going, now, Marion, will you just shut up? Good God. But it's the excitement of waking up in the morning, knowing I'm doing what I really want to do, not
That's
what
right.
some boss wants me to do, or some spouse wants me to do, or
That's right.
or whatever. Right.
That's right. And when people don't know what's inside of them, there's
tough.
all kind of tools that measurements that you can use. It's tough. You can have to have a long conversation, but there is something inside of everyone. I just kind of take people all the way back. It might have been something you're doing as a child. It might be something new. But we all are gifted in some type of way. And if you don't know, then let's talk. We can work together to find that spot of genius within inside of you. What's your next steps?
Yeah.
I think we do need that. And I know it doesn't seem like, I'm not trying to talk you into hiring Tamara. I'm just saying that I know how important it is that you get clear on what it is you want to do, whether it's a business or whether you're trying to decide what you're doing in your life. I'm sure Tamara can help you, because if you are unclear or if you're doing something you don't like, it shows. It not only shows other people that you're talking to, but yourself. When you look at yourself and when you're
Uh-oh.
I think Marion went silent on us.
Okay, well, we'll just keep the conversation going. Back. Sometimes our internet connection goes bad. Are you back, Marion?
Oh, I didn't know I left.
Yeah, you left. You froze.
Anyway, it's a feeling, and I'm sure that people like Tamara have done this, and she's got psychology degrees and all kinds of stuff. She can dig in to figuring out what it is that is blocking you. And that's my thing, is do what you do best and farm out the rest. It's a miracle. It really is, when you get clear on what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, I love what you just said. Farm it out.
You're still freezing just a little bit. And now your words are
have to quit your job or get a divorce or into.
No, you're freezing again, Marion. I don't know what it is. The camera's frozen and your words aren't coming through. Okay. Now you're back. Yeah.
You take over. You can take over for a while. Let me figure it out.
Okay. That's the beauty of software. We can work around it, can't we, Tamara?
That's right. That's right. You got to just roll with the punches.
Yeah. In fact, that's Marion's middle name. She's the go-around queen.
I see. She's good at it. She's really good at this.
Extra good.
Yes.
You want to read that for us, Tamara?
Yes, I see. Peggy. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you for lunch too, Peggy. Tamara, today you said to write it down. I think that's a key ingredient to helping propel you forward. whether it's just shaking it off or not forgetting your dreams. Thank you for reminding me of that, because I mentioned so many things today, but just if it's in our head, just like a lot of things. I mean, I can't tell you what I wore yesterday, what I had for breakfast a week ago. Our minds are just like vapors. They come and it comes and goes. And so writing things down is really critical to getting to those next steps. And then having an accountability partner to hold you accountable for those kinds of things. We all know the basic strategies of writing things down and getting Post-its and, putting it around your computer or on your mirror. But those are things that do propel us to the future, because it's going to remind us that we said blah, 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 blah. And that's going to help us to really be successful in getting things done. Just like keeping a calendar, your responsibilities with the calendar. Writing things down is what's going to help propel us to get towards the dreams and to move past the fear, because fear and happiness can't live in the same room. They can't dwell together. They just can't.
No, not anyway. Oh, Marion's back. Are we better now?
I hope so. Yes.
Yeah, you sound good.
I work my computers hard. Okay. I run my computers like a quarter horse. And sometimes I got to remember to close things down and give it a little space. So sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Talking about quarter horse, but reminds me of what happened to me this afternoon. I went to town about noon, and I live on a little farmette. There's 5.5 acres, and we have 2 gates. My nephew has 1 gate, and I have 1 gate. And I had opened them both about 8 o'clock this morning, which we normally do. We close them at night. Safety, and the dogs like to get out. So anyway, I went off to the store and came home, and my gate was locked, and my nephew's gate was locked. And who's messing with my gate? I was shocked, for one thing. So I got out and I opened it. I live on a little dump truck road. Dump trucks running up and down here all the day. So anyway, I thought maybe somebody thought the place wasn't safe since I was gone, and they closed the gates. So I got out and opened it and came in, unloaded my groceries, and worked around here a little while, talked with Marion. And then I decided I need a little nap before we go on the show tonight. So I'm sitting there in my recliner with the cat in my lap, just trying my best to go to sleep. And I hear this, moo!
I know.
And I thought to myself, that sounds like a cow. I know what a cow sounds like. Get up. I'm taking a nap. Whatever that noise is.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
I got up about 6, and I was going to go out and unlock my nephew's gate because he's coming home from a little trip, and I didn't want him to have to stop. So I was just going to go out there and unlock the gate for him. So I was walking down the path. It's like a quarter of a block down there. And I get down there and I'm hearing this moo. And I look around, and then I looked at my gate, which was over here. And I thought, my gate's closed again. I should close it. What's going on? And so I just stood there for a few minutes because the mooing got louder. And then I saw her. It's a big black Angus mama cow.
Wow.
She's scared to death. She got lost. And I think we know where she belongs. That 2 fences down, she got out. And somebody was trying to keep her safe by locking her in our house, which we don't mind. We're glad to save her because she get hit out on the road. She's black.
Yes.
Here at night.
Right.
Oh, anyway,
wow.
we got a cow in the yard.
Wow. Always some surprises in life, isn't it? And that's what life does. It brings us surprises. And, we're just trying to find the miracle of, living our courageous selves and picking ourselves up when we are down and, developing. One of the other things I think is a good key is having a good support system.
Exactly.
Kind of like you and Marion talk, and I have friends that I talk with, and to kind of keep us all level when we, kind of want to go down and lay down and stay down for days. Those are some of the things that you use to work through some of your issues in life.
And also, we're gonna. I keep bringing this up because I just love it so much. Marion has the most wonderful mastermind class every Tuesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's right after our show here.
Okay.
If anybody out there is needing a group of supportive people, men and women, we come and show up every Tuesday evening and we help each other. Somebody has a problem on doing this kind of marketing or fixing that piece on the computer. Somebody in that group is going to say, I know what it is and I can help you fix it. And
Mm-hmm.
they share from the heart and they give. And it's like having a little mini family. There are some of us who our best family are people of choice versus our real family.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't even have a lot of real family to turn to. So create your own family.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Create your own family. That's what has helped me through my life, and family doesn't necessarily mean biological, right? That
Exactly.
that as you're alluding to, Lady Lou, it can mean a whole lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Because there
Hmm.
are so many loving people out there who also would like to have you in their family.
That's right.
Join somebody. Call Marion if you are interested in that
That's right.
mastermind. You can reach her at Patreon, right, Marion? Patreon.com. Go ahead and finish it for me.
You see, I don't pay these people, okay? I swear. They do it on their own. I don't know.
Good, good, good,
There
good.
Oh, this is funny.
is
Hmm.
Patreon,
Oh,
Treon, patreon.com/natural curiosity. And you can find a whole bunch of fun things over there on her website. It is just a wonderful place. We both got one. She taught me how to make mine, and mine's on the need of an upgrade right now. I need to add stuff. But we do have a good time. Everything we do, don't we, Marion? Is she
yeah.
lost? Or
Yes, yes.
oh, she
Look like she.
And I can tell my internet is so spotty. I'm going to reboot again.
okay.
Sorry. I'll be back though.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
She'll be back. I'm amazed that it stays around when she turns off because she's got the software. But
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
well, the
Yeah.
software is out there somewhere. She
It's
doesn't have it on her computer. She goes out,
oh.
gets it, and puts it on her computer. Not, it's not a download. It's out
Mm-hmm.
there, and then
Mm-hmm.
hook into it. So that's why I guess she can leave and we don't get knocked off.
And we don't get knocked off. Well, that's a smart thing. I'm going to
No,
investigate this.
it's
Mm-hmm.
called StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
really works. I'll let you read what Karen said, if you would, please.
Oh, hey, Karen. Sometimes fear pushes you forward, things you never thought you could do, and scares you to death. What inspires you to do? Keep going forward. It inspires you to keep going forward. And we talked about that a little bit today. When you have something positive going in your life, the negative stuff and the fearful stuff, you just can get up, especially when it's things that are in your zone. You want to show up, you want to get that thing done. And sometimes fear is our best friend because we're going to think about the opposite. What would life look like if I did not do that thing? What would life be like if I didn't say yes to something?
Yeah.
We always want to challenge ourselves and ask ourselves those kinds of questions because fear is not, like I said, always a negative thing. It certainly can be a positive to get us moving, to get the energy up, to get our juices going, to get our vibration up, to stand up and be somebody. We don't want to leave this world and not leave our presence a mark. Our families need us, our communities need us, our friends need us. So, yeah, it's an inspiring thing to keep going. If fear propels you that way, it's a natural consequence to getting things done.
I know. And so many people say, well, you want to create a legacy for your family and for your friends? And I used to think a legacy, that's something people do who have riches. They're millionaires or billionaires and they have a legacy to leave their family this money or big business. And how can little old me have a legacy? But golly, by golly, I can have a legacy.
That's
And
right.
this program is one of my legacies.
That's right.
So
That's right.
yeah, everybody can create their own legacy.
That's right. That's right. Everybody can create their own legacy. Thank you, Sandy, for your great comment. She is one of my dear friend sisters. Um, we do need to leave a legacy, and a legacy doesn't always mean finances. A legacy could be that great apple pie recipe and how the kitchen was warm and fuzzy, and we always felt love in the kitchen.
Oh,
Legacies could mean that my mother stood up to whatever she needed to take care of. And I think about my own mother who stands up and raised 3 children alone, and is still moving. And, all the different things that have happened, she's still pressing. So those are legacies. My grandmother left a legacy that I'll never remember. I always remember because she always was just such a pretty, adorable woman and always baked pies really well. And I guess that's where I'm in the kitchen now, right? Even though I don't want to be in the kitchen anymore, but those are just warm things to think about. And I have good friends that have passed away that their legacy still lives within me because of the type of friendship that we had. So legacies can mean a whole lot. And sometimes legacies can also remind us of what we don't want. Things that I've known folks that have been raised by parents who've been mean to them, who talk down to them. And they've always said, when I have children, have my family, that's the legacy that I don't want to do, or that my folks lived in fear, or they doubted all the time and they weren't brave. So we always want to think about the positive things that we're leaving behind, because we never know. People are watching us all the time. And not just on Facebook. I mean, they're physically watching your moves, not about your successes, but they want to see what you do when you're down.
And we all get down, and it depends on how low we go as to what kind of help we need. So if we just have a little minor dip, we can pull ourselves out pretty easily and maybe go have a nice dinner, or maybe you are hungry or thirsty or something like that. Nourish your body and nurture it.
That's right.
Excuse me. But it's something we can do for ourselves. We don't have to depend on Joe Blow or the doctor. For goodness.
That's right.
Take responsibility for your own health, mental well-being, emotional well-being, physical well-being.
That's right. I talked about that today. I believe that many of us are not doing well in our self-care. And self-care is a personal issue that you need to steal away and do something for yourself. And whatever that is, for me, it's a body massage. I don't know what lights you up, but for me, it's going to get that body massage for that 1 hour, and I'm, chilling and getting that done. Come up with something that makes sense for you, and you just feel so much better. If you're down, that will lift you up like you wouldn't believe. But we put ourselves on the back burner, especially women. We just are such caretakers and nurturers that we don't do anything, and we're just in martyrdom. And we've got to stop that. We've got to stop that.
One of the most favorite things that I love is a good hot bubble bath.
Yes.
And that's something anybody can do. And you don't even have to have the bubbles, just the hot water.
That's true.
Water is a conductor of electricity, as we all know.
That's
and
right.
Our body is electric.
That's right.
When I'm in the tub in the nice warm water, and maybe candles or soft music or whatever, and lock the door if you've got a family, just tell them, no disturbing me. I'm in the bathtub.
That's right. That's right.
Private time. But just try to think what it is that you want to do, because my mind works great when I'm in the water. I have the best ideas because that water is conducting those firing little electrodes in my brain. It's amazing what I can come up with when I'm lounging in the tub.
When you're lounging, some of your best ideas come, Leilu, when you're doing that in the shower or whatever, because you're right. Water is a conductor. Our bodies are energy and vibrations. Yes. And if we're putting out the negative vibrations, guess what you're going to get back? That is, it's just truly the law of attraction. And so when you're in that tub or in that massage and all those kinds of things, it's just revving up our energy to be productive in our lives, to get things done. I want people to let go of the past, let go of the things that didn't work out. let go of walking way back there and not looking ahead, but looking in the back. Take that warm bath that's still away. If the dishes are still on the counter, they'll be there when you get out the tub. It's okay. I want people to start chilling and relaxing a little bit more. That's how you really get in tune to yourself. And that's how you get in tune to kind of releasing the fears and the doubts that plague us.
One of the things Marion and I just dearly love to do is take a road trip. We
Yes.
got planned for the Bluebonnets out in Central Texas. We're going on a road trip. And it's inexpensive because we're not going to spend the night. We'll just go over and come back because it's just 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You can grab a girlfriend or go by yourself if you don't know anybody that wants to go.
Exactly.
We're talking about road trips and getting our mind, because it has a new mindset when you come.
That's right. That's right. We have to steal away. We have got to, there's that mindset shift that we have to shift. And so oftentimes, even when I'm working, I'll have to plug in some time to steal away. I can't just go on and on and on, because you get grumpy, you get grouchy, you get bitter, and you just get all upset. My son used to say, Mama, he said, you need to go to bed. And I knew what that meant. I was getting on his nerves probably, because, you just get all grouchy about it. Whatever's going on, he'll say, you just need to go to bed and just try it again tomorrow. And he was right, because, when you get overly tired, you don't think, you're grumpy with the people that you love, and that's not a good place to be. And so what is Karen saying? Take that bubble bath with the aromas of lavender, chamomile, the candles. Of course, I like to add a glass of wine and to seal it off. But yeah, taking better care of ourselves is what is so important. We've got to make those shifts. We've got to make those changes.
Right. Tell us what Lauren said, Marion.
We all need to be the change we have been waiting for.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. Isn't that Gandhi?
Yes.
Oh, I love that. He's such an inspiration to so many of us.
That's right.
He was a very humble man. He had basically nothing, but he was the most beautiful spirit.
Karen wants to know what music inspires you to keep going. I can tell you love songs from the 70s really inspire me.
I like that.
I like marching songs. Star Spangled Banner, things like that just pep me up really big. And Lauren says,
good input, Tamara. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. Thank you. And
Janelle Moses is also in the audience, and she says, relaxing is on my agenda this week with an exclamation point. Self-care is always needed.
Beautiful.
Janelle is my daughter, so she knows all about what to do. So thank you, Janelle. Thank you.
We're so glad she was here too.
Yeah. So what music inspires you, Tamara?
Well, sometimes it's two things. Depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I'll put on that dance music.
Oh yeah.
And kind of just dance around the kitchen, or, because that has the ceramic tile, so I can dance and slide and not worry. And I do it alone, just kind of doing my thing. And if I really want to chill down and just kind of relax, like if I was doing that bubble bath, then I like smooth jazz, just very quiet, smooth jazz.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference between jazz and smooth jazz. I don't really care for jazz because there's no beat. And there's no rhythm for me, but the smooth jazz, I really do like it. I actually don't think that they should be called the same. Smooth jazz
I agree
does
with
not
you.
have anything to do with jazz to me.
I agree.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for saying that. Because I've always wondered that to myself. I never verbalized it to anybody, but that's exactly how I feel about it.
Well, music soothes the soul. Isn't that what they say?
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So turn it on. I don't know if anybody knows, or if everybody might not know this. you can go to YouTube and find meditation music, inspirational music, you can just type in the search bar on YouTube what kind of music you want to listen to. A whole string of it will come up over there. Just
That's right.
them. And you can go about whatever you're doing on the computer, if you're not watching video, that is, and you can do your work on the computer with that music in the background.
That's
or you
right.
go off the floor. If you got,
that's right.
You know, or mark
Yeah.
the floor.
That's right. That's right. It's a good conductor of shifting. You know, if you're down, it'll kind of rev you up a little bit to, you know, really, really get you going and get that excitement back. Because we have to nourish our own selves. We have to know what we need to do to change our own mindset, because you can't always get on the phone and start calling friends to help you change your mindset. But music is just universal. You know, the babies, you know, we play music for the babies to keep them calm. It's already been proven in research how music affects us as human beings.
Oh, okay. So I've got a story to tell you. Now, you probably noticed, Tamara, that with me today was Shirley. Now, Shirley has Alzheimer's, and she gets very confused and very upset. Sometimes she doesn't understand what's going on. She can't really comprehend anything anymore. Sometimes she doesn't know what a fork is. If you ask her to, you know, to hand you something, she may look around like she can't make, you know, connections anymore. But you know what she does know? The words to every song in the 60s and 70s.
Look at that.
She knows every word, and she knows the music. She can sing along. It's not affected the music at all. And it's wonderful. If I want to calm her down, all I have to do is find some Elvis Presley, and all of a sudden she's doing the...
Oh, see? Once again, universal.
Oh, yeah.
Universal.
Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful.
So I leave it on love songs for the 70s, 60s, and 70s. And she knows every word. And then here's another thing. Because we go to Unity on Wednesday nights, they have Sat Song, and it's a lot of chanting and things like that. She picks it up and she's chanting away a lot better than I am. I mean, she knows every word of the chant. She just learned it 5 seconds ago.
See, that's great. That's great. That's great. It calms her down. It helps you too.
It does.
Sorry about that. Because my internet went out, I had to move into the other office, and so the phones are going, you know.
Oh, well.
No problem. This is casual conversation. This is casual
Modern
conversation.
Technology.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all one. It happens to all of us.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Oh, that's your phone machine?
It's not mine.
Oh, I got you.
Sorry.
All right, we can live with it.
I don't know how to turn it off. It's
just
like,
going with the flow. We're good. I'm good. I'm good.
Get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
We leave the bloopers in because the bloopers are the best part of our show.
I know. I'm fine with it. It's okay with me.
Well, it's funny. I'm glad we're mentioning that, because the fear of making a mistake stops a lot of people from doing live shows, and they think they have to edit everything out. And I get it. Okay. You want to appear professional. You want to appear like you are the professional that you are, and no one wants to be laughed at or to think, you know, less than.
Right.
And so we spend all of our time editing everything before we make it, you know, public.
Right.
And I'm telling you, if you do that, you will not get it out, or it'll take you so long, you know, to get it out that it's already passé.
That's right. That's right. That's right. No, I love this. This is just such casual conversation. We're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
We're just going with the flow.
So good.
Just going with the flow.
Oh, we have that's Karen again.
Karen wants to know who were your mentors. So I think she's probably asking, how did you get to coach? How, you know, who were your mentors to making this work? Because you can tell it's a passion.
Who makes me do this work?
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, thank you. You know, my growing up, my mother is my biggest cheerleader. I mean, I just wish she knew technology. I called and told her about it, but she doesn't know technology. my biggest cheerleader is my mom. And she always just instilled those principles about doing whatever you needed to do, be what you need to be. I've had many people in and out of my life that have been, that I don't even see anymore. Some of my early jobs were at a university, and my bosses were my mentors because they stressed that I should go back to school and get my master's degree. And I still stay in touch with him. They live in another state. And then I have had different coaches in my life who have helped me to transform my business into what it is now. And that is probably, you know, my children, just a lot of mentors. I have a lot of great friends that I wouldn't say mentor, but because their support is so keen and they support my activities, they believe in me, and it just keeps me going, and family and that type of thing. But professionally, some of the early pieces that I mentioned have been my greatest mentors.
Fantastic. Well, this time has just flown by, especially for me because I had to leave for a few minutes.
Yes.
Tamara, promise us that you'll be back.
Oh, I'd love to. Just waiting on the invitation. I'd love to come back. This has been a great experience and a great moment with you again today. And I look forward to doing this again.
Fantastic. Well, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube or on Facebook Live, we're just happy that you can see us. And those of you who are listening to us on a podcast, you know, you can come over and check us out. You can see what we look like. There are replays, so don't feel bad about going back and seeing the replay. Right, everybody?
Oh,
that's it. That's it. That's it.
We're here live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Wisdom Chats for the Curious is all about staying curious about your life, and we have fun doing it. We loved having Tamara here today. I got to experience her twice. You know, I want you to reach out and talk to Tamara. I think that if you were to take a moment to listen to what she has to say, you would feel the same way about her that I do. Now, she has a very special opportunity. Do you want to share that with our audience today, Tamara?
Yes, I do. This month I am doing March Madness Coach-a-thon. Ooh. And my goal is to coach complimentary 30 women in probably 3 to 4 days. So I'm challenging myself to do that. I want to be able to give back 45 minutes of coaching people that women or men, it doesn't matter at this point, that just want a listening ear, give you a word, and we can see what happens from there. But please reach out to me at the number, or the at Tamara White Coaching is my Instagram handle. If you are interested in receiving one of my free offers, I'd be glad to hear from you. I'm excited about doing the work and seeing the transformation happen.
Oh, wonderful. That's beautiful.
For those of you who are listening, let me tell you what her phone number is. 346-706-0700. All right. Thank you for being here. We'll see you again.
I'm just going to hold my book up a little bit here. This is my little book that I have.
Good.
And that's coming to you real soon. I can't see, I guess the camera, but anyway, that's my book.
That's your book.
My labor of love.
There you go. Wow. Whoa. Well, we got to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tamara.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Good night.